GF told me I am going to die in 72 hours. I 29M am with my girlfriend 29F since 7 years. She is a lot into astrology, tarot card readings, crystals, mediums and numerology. It's not a big part of her life and I always found it kinda cute that she would read her horoscope every morning and send me mine too. She didn't force me to get into it and it has never been a problem in our relationship. I didn't try to impose my views on her regarding this either. We are both geologists and not exactly superstitious people who believe in hocus pocus. She thinks of this as a quirk of hers, as a part of her spirituality and I have accepted it for what it is without mocking her. 3 months ago she came to my cubicle at the workplace in the middle of a busy afternoon and told me that my life is going to be cut short. I joked around and asked, "What? Am I going to die?" I was clearly humoring her and she grew silent and said, "Yes." I told her I had work to do and forgot about it. Every day for the past 3 months she keeps telling me to be careful, like for e.g., drive safe and small instructions here and there. Frequent text messages whether I have taken my insulin for -1 German marks etc. Last night, I told her clearly, "Honey, it's got to stop. I am getting annoyed and it's no longer quirky or cute anymore." She said quietly, "It will stop in 3 days. It's getting close. It's over." I asked her what the fuck does that mean. She said she saw it in her crystal ball that I have less than 72 hours left and she proceeded to cry. I consoled her the entire night that I am here and this is bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. It's crap sold to vulnerable people to trap them. She proceeded to point out some past predictions which came true, like the time I actually forgot to take my insulin and she texted me that I had to take it, or the time I didn't get my engines checked and she had told me to. Like she told me to avoid a certain colleague because they will catch the virus 2 weeks later and they did, etc. etc. I told her those were mere coincidences. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. She seemed inconsolable. This morning she told me that she wants me to take the next 3 days off work citing health reasons. I said this is getting out of hand and she said that she just needs me to stay home for 3 days and then when the danger passes and if I am alive, she will not do this ever again. My girlfriend is a reasonable, smart woman but I am so confused with this behavior. It's irking me. IDK what to do. Sure, I can take 3 days off work. But I don't want to entertain this. I thought of this as a quirk of hers and it was never a problem between us. I just don't know what to do. I have tried reasoning with her. It's not like she is imprisoning me but I don't know how to deal with this. If you don't die in 3 days please made an update. This. We are both geologists and not exactly superstitious people who believe in hocus pocus. Contradicts literally everything else you wrote. Honestly it seems like she could benefit from speaking with a professional. She has gone pretty far down the rabbit hole and I worry with how seriously she's taking these bad omens. Fly high bro, dove heart gone but not forgotten. Tell her your boss needs 4 days notice for any time off? Use the sci-fi movie explanation that taking the time off would probably be the thing which leads to your death? Seriously, though, sounds like she could use some professional help. It's fine liking weird things and all, but this has gotten to the point that it's negatively affecting her life. Dude, get away, maybe she will kill you. If you were to die in 72 hours there is absolutely nothing anyone can do to stop it. Might be morbid but true. You could stay at home only to die in your sleep or have a fatal accident. If you did only have 3 days left, what would you want to do? Try new foods, speak to an old friend. I believe you will still be here after 3 days. One thing's for sure, no one knows when someone else will die. Don't let her fears become your fears. Yikes. Prob's time to go somewhere else for 3 days. This is delusional thinking. The cause could be any number of mental health issues, and she absolutely needs to talk to a mental health professional about this. She's an idiot. I'll be waiting for the update in 73 hours time. Remind me. 12 hours. Yikes. Keep to your schedule. I'd like to say that after 3 days when you're still here, she'll realize how hokey this all is, but she'll likely decide that you're safe until next month or whatever and start all over again. I think she needs a therapist because she has gone from quirky to nuts. IDK op. but I would really like to see an update to this in 3 to 4 days. She sounds unhinged and like she is going to murder you in 3 days. I'd check her in with the emergency services. Break up with her after 73 hours. Dude. Drop her real fucking quick. Please don't feed into her irrational behavior. Go to work or go elsewhere on those 3 days because I promise you that if you stay with her, it's going to get worse. Also, I'd suggest giving her an ultimatum. She either goes to therapy or you guys will break up. IDK dude, but please check back in with us in a few days. Don't let her fears get to you. Remind me. 72 hours. She is amazing. Very accurate. In 72 hours the thing that will die is your insides when your belief that she is mentally grounded comes to an end. Sorry bro, she is unwell. Get her help. Remind me. 3 days. Hopefully, you'll be here to update us in 3 days' time? My girlfriend is a reasonable, smart woman. No, she's not. Well, maybe she is smart enough to hurt you in 3 days just to prove her point. Smart, educated people can still hold insane worldviews. Look at organized religion and disorganized QAnon. Tell her that the only danger in your life is her. This is religious extremism wrapped up in kooky New Age packaging. And religious kooks often resort to violence when they don't get their way. I would be really careful around her. I would be scared of her taking matters into her own hands if the prophecies keep falling short. Forget this BS. If you indulge her and take the 3 days off, it'll only reinforce her belief that she was right and by staying home you avoided the danger. Every sentence you wrote contradicted the one before it. Deadpan face, a lot into astrology etc. Not a big part of her life. Reads hers every morning and sends me mine too. Didn't force me to get into it. What deadpan face? Let us know in a week how you doing rolling on the floor laughing. I get that it's annoying. Personally I would have had a much shorter fuse than you clearly have. But this problem sorts itself out. Live past 3 days and call out the hocus pocus horseshit for being exactly that. Sorted. Please be careful and avoid her at all costs for the next 3 days because she could be poisoning your food or something. This sounds morbid. Remind me. 3 days. RIP. Maybe the hitman had a busy schedule and that's why it's taking time. It seems like your girlfriend has some anxiety about your safety. She seems to be filtering it through some sort of magical thinking coping mechanism, but this is probably coming from a place of worry for you. She needs therapy if it's affecting her and your life this much. Sorry dude. Dude, take the time off if you can. Dude, she sounds crazy. Why are you with someone who for 3 months insisted you'll die if you aren't careful just because of a bullshit fortune reading she did? I'd break up with her or tell her to get therapy. She said she saw it in her crystal ball that I have less than 72 hours left and she proceeded to cry. Yo, this is fucking pathetic. Never mind work. Book into a hotel and relax for the next 3 days. Eat like a king. Get a massage, all safe stuff. Oh goodness, what something happens to you at the hotel? That's just scary. Good luck and be safe. My girlfriend is a reasonable, smart woman. No she's not. Also, she told you that you were going to die in 72 hours and you consoled her all night? WTF. She's bonkers dude. I think she's shown you enough to pack your bags and walk. Remind me. 3 days. Say you have the power to control time and space, preventing your own death by focusing your inner Kai. You guys are all gonna feel real stupid when it turns out this actually happened years ago and Op has been dead this whole time. Does she believe in Jewish space lasers starting forest fires? Maybe she should run for Congress. Seriously, though, this could be a late-onset mental illness. I would encourage her to see a psychiatrist. My girlfriend is a reasonable, smart woman but I am so confused with this behavior. It's irking me. I'm not quite certain that learning of your oncoming death via a crystal ball qualifies as reasonable, much less smart. Stay home for 3 days and then when the danger passes and if I am alive, she will not do this ever again. Perhaps due to the fact that all the hocus pocus will be proven decidedly wrong? Maybe a bit of a harsh comment but to be honest, it sounds like between the two of you, a self-fulfilling prophecy is a bigger problem than what she actually thought was happening in the first place. Just look both ways before crossing the road like usual. You have to avoid dying in 3 days, so clearly there's only one course of action here. Get an "I told you so" tattoo and die tomorrow. Do you think you could schedule a counseling session for both of you within the next 3 days? She needs to understand this isn't real, and a professional will help the best with that. If you choose not to take the days off, I would be careful how you approach this with her. She genuinely believes you're gonna die. If you ignore this, she'll feel like you're blowing her off, and that might be bad for the relationship later. But if you go along with it, then you're validating the superstition. Maybe take off work an hour early for the next few days to spend extra time with her? Also the therapy. If this is a movie, I predict that your girlfriend will try to stop you from leaving the house on the 3rd day in order to protect you, and on the process of stopping you, she pushes you, causing you to hit your head on a sharp object leading to your death. Stay safe. Please keep us posted. Either she needs mental help or she is less smart than you are letting on. No response to any comments. Is he dead already?